What? What's the over here? Someone say madness? Yeah, he calls me madness. Yeah, he does. Uh, no, wait. Don't talk. No, I told you to say nothing. Nothing. I didn't tell you to talk, did I? Oh, man. I know. Sorry, guys. Let's get right back to a video. I didn't know I was recording. Let's start over. This is a video gonna make on Owen Hart here in 1994 and 1998. I believe Owen Hart could have won the WWF title twice during those failed pushes that could have gone just a little bit over in 94, and in 98 they could have rebooked a bunch of stuff. I'm just gonna go quickly into both those runs just so I don't keep you here all day. All right, first of all, I think we can all agree Owen Hart was underutilized for the talent he had while he was alive. This is why fans rejoice, not only because of his tragic death and the good human being he was, but we all agreed that Owen Hart was underrated during his career. Uh, had he had the same passion that Bret did for his in-ring skills and wasn't the family man that Bret sort of failed to be, as he would say it in his own autobiography, Bret would. Owen could have been something really, really big in this business. He didn't have an over-the-top attitude, but neither did Bret. So Owen didn't really need it to be Steve Austin or The Rock. He could have been another Bret Hart, could Owen. And that status. And when you talk about the best of all time, because Owen had the skills. So first in 1994, they wanted to go with the new generation. Bob Backlund was champion. Why did Bob Backlund have to win the title at Survivor Series? I don't know, but he did. And ironically, they let go of the Macho Man Randy Savage around the same time for being too old. Yet they give the title to Backlund. It didn't make sense. Diesel squashing him in a house show or a Madison Square Garden show to win the title. Yeah, maybe they needed someone to feed to Diesel, but that could have been Owen Hart. Make Owen Hart and Bret Hart finish their rivalry at Survivor Series '94, and then after have Diesel beat Owen Hart at an event in December of '94 like he did Backlund, or maybe Royal Rumble '95. Owen Hart as a transitional champion would have been better than Owen Hart not as champion. He won the King of the Ring in '94. He beat Bret at WrestleMania in one of the greatest matches ever in Madison Square Garden. He had main event at SummerSlam in the cage match. He could have won the belt there too, but I would have saved it for Survivor Series. So that's one look at how he could have been champion. Because look at Diesel in '95. He had the whole year as champion. You're telling me Owen Hart couldn't have had a couple months as champion in that run? Of course he could have. And then we look at 1997, 1998, when Bret left. Owen was the sole survivor and he got huge pops from the crowd. Nothing Steve Austin like, but definitely support. He was the Blackheart here, and he got into it with Vince, and I think this could have been a bigger angle than it was, and I think it didn't take off as much because Stone Cold at the time was becoming bigger than John Lennon, for Christ's sakes, in wrestling anyway. Stone Cold was becoming bigger than anything, and they had the whole Tyson angle at the time, so leading into WrestleMania, so there was no real room for Owen. However, uh, Owen did attack Michaels at the December Generation X pay-per-view in your house. I think they could have had the Royal Rumble '98 match, Owen Hart versus Shawn Michaels for the title. Owen could have won the title and then lost at No Way Out '98 to Shawn Michaels. Uh, no reason for that. Again, that could have easily happened. I think that should have happened. In 1994 didn't happen, neither did '95, but '98, why not? I don't, and the reason I say Owen should lose it back to Michaels is because then that doesn't mess with anything from WrestleMania, and you don't have to have Austin work with Owen because Austin didn't want to work with Owen, obviously, after SummerSlam '97. So, and they can still have Undertaker and Kane feud. They could have had Undertaker face somebody else at the Royal Rumble in '98. So those are the two examples I think Owen Hart could have been world champion. There's a lot of people that die and people say, oh, this guy could have been champion, this guy could have been champion. Well, those are two legit times where Owen Hart would have been world champion and it would have made sense. It would have been justified. And I think fans looking back just deeply regret that he wasn't world champion. Um, and it should be noted that being world champion back then meant a lot more than it does now when there's two world titles and seemingly people just get world title reigns now because they deserve it. But Owen Hart was so underutilized. I think he truly deserved it. But what do you think? That's just what I think. Hit the subscribe button if you want to talk more wrestling, and thank you for watching the video. Rest in peace, Owen.